I just want to say to you, great work on bringing awareness to dysgraphia. That's exactly what you've done for me. I did not.
Welcome to the second annual Dysgraphia Awareness Day, October 3rd, 2023. Now, here's your host, Deidre Scher.
Hi, and welcome back to Dysgraphia Awareness Day, our webcast, our segment 4 for today. And we're really excited. We're going to be talking about occupational therapy, but I just want to welcome all of you here who are joining us, whether it's live or through the replay. We are, like I said, in our 4th segment. There are going to be 6 of them today. If you want to find out that list, you can head over to Turn Right Around. That's right with a W-R-I-T-E. Turn Right Around. There will be a list of the different segments that we've had and the way that you can go back and look at them. And also, just a reminder, you can win some prizes today. If you want to do a share of any of these videos from today, you can wear one of our great color outside the line sweatshirts. You can tag people who need to hear more and have the opportunity to win one of our bags, tags for bags. Become a member of either our Facebook group or our page for Dysgraphia Awareness Day, and you can get a book. And now we'd like to let you know that if you would like to go over to the Facebook group, Turn Right Around, and if this has been helpful for you and you could leave us some stars, I'm going to pick some people from our stars group to win one of our t-shirts. So please, and thank you for joining us and for spreading the word, because that's what today is really what it's really about. All these prizes, I don't get anything for that except that we get to spread the word. So that is Dysgraphia Awareness Day in a nutshell. All right, I'm really excited to have Kelli Fetter here today. She has a lot to offer. She's deep in the trenches in the world of dysgraphia, and let's just welcome her. Welcome. Join us here, Kelli. Hi, I am so excited right now to be sitting with Kelli Fetter. Welcome back, Kelli. You were one of our speakers last year for Dysgraphia Awareness Day. And here we are again. And Kelli, I just have to say, in the world of dysgraphia online, like, you keep popping up. And this last year, I have seen you everywhere. I like to say you're my favorite OT. But I've seen so many great things from you this year. I've seen collaborations. I saw all sorts of collaborations with people, speaking and educational speaking. I've seen online classes at Handwriting Solutions, where you work and do your professional work there. I've heard about online virtual summer camps that were getting rave reviews, and it's just so great to have you back for a moment to talk about dysgraphia and OT in dysgraphia. So welcome back.
Yay, thank you so much. As you know and can tell over the past year, this is just my passion, both personally and professionally. So I am thrilled with the level that we've been able to kind of share this awareness and share these resources. And so I love that you're seeing handwriting solutions out there, because that just means that more kids are getting the help that they need.
Yes, and I have. I mean, it has been a lot that I've been seeing. It thrills me to death. And also, I should mention, kind of most of all, that gives you a lot of credibility for what you do, is that you're a mom of a child who has dysgraphia. And so, of course, it is so nice to have someone who has all of this, decades of experience in OT, occupational therapy, for people who don't know. And also, you have that heart of a mom who knows how much our kids needs help. So thank you for all, first of all, thank you for all that you're doing in the world of dysgraphia. But I want to take a moment for people who are joining us on Dysgraphia Awareness Day. I want to hit 2 things while we have this brief time together. First, I want you to give us a little bit of encouragement for educators, for what educators need to know if they're not familiar, just to bring awareness. And then I want to talk about what you can say to parents. So with all of your experience with handwriting, we get worried about that. Educators will get someone in a classroom and they're noticing things, maybe they're familiar or they're not. What, from your position, what is the best word of encouragement that you can give or direction that you can give to educators who have questions?
What a great question, because they're really kind of the first line, right? It's that parent and that educator that are seeing it first. They're seeing the struggles. They don't get to me until they're the point where they're like, help. So I think, empowering these educators and again, increasing that awareness is huge. So for educators, it is vital to know that dysgraphia is more than just messy handwriting. It is pain or fatigue with writing. It is written expression. There is a barrier of getting our thoughts out onto paper, whether that's a physical barrier, a cognitive barrier, and so we have to be watching for this. And what I like to say is one of the biggest red flags that I saw with my daughter, as well as several of my clients, was that frustration when writing. That to me is like a light bulb moment. Something is going on here. There is a barrier. We need to help this child, because if they continue to get this frustrated with writing, they're going to avoid it. And therefore their writing's not going to improve. They're going to get frustrated and feel inadequate. And then their mental health suffers. So the quicker we can get in there and kind of problem solve and see what those barriers are, the better outcome that student will have.
So what I hear you saying is that when educators see something, they should say something, especially if they noticed difficulty in writing and some frustration around that writing.
100%. And whether that be that educator brings it up to the parent, or whether that be that they pull in that school-based OT that's working in that facility, or even a special education teacher, somebody just to lay some eyes on this student and say, what's going on? Let's dig a little bit deeper. But yes, that avoiding writing and that frustration are two big pieces. And really, that brings me to another point of it's a team effort. So it's not just on that general education teacher. It's not just on the parent. It should be everybody working together to really help facilitate the remediation and the accommodations and all of that.
Now, I know, we have seen such a boom, I feel like, this year in dysgraphia awareness and more information coming out. I remember a teacher who did not have information on dysgraphia. So I don't blame her, as we were all learning, but kept just saying that my child was a shy writer. And if she just made him do it again and again, then he's going to get over it. And so a lot of people worry about, I'm going to look bad if I go in and fight for this student, or if I say this, maybe I'm not correct. But what I hear you saying is this is a team thing. Go do it. Go say something. Do something about it.
Absolutely. Because like you said, really, I mean, first of all, I'm just thrilled that people are now recognizing dysgraphia. For so long, it was kind of that like unknown stepsister of dyslexia. And so we're like, oh, okay, this is a thing. And I mean, the stats are showing it's just as prominent as dyslexia. And it also co-occurs so much with dyslexia or ADHD. So it's something we've got to be constantly screening for as well. And then, yes, the team approach for sure is the best practice. And then, I think if you encounter someone who is just unsure of what dysgraphia is, or just lacks that knowledge, see it as an opportunity to educate them and to learn together, because really that's what I had to do as a parent too, because even as a pediatric OT, dysgraphia was still very unfamiliar when my daughter received her diagnosis. So I had to go to the research, I had to read, I had to take trainings and figure this out for my daughter. And I think that most educators are in that boat where they want to learn and they want to help. They just need the tools and resources. So I think that's a big piece of it, as well as, you're just constantly advocating for that child.
Yes. Thank you. And I even doing dysgraphia awareness every day, I'm still learning. And so that helps me have grace with educators when they don't know, because we are all still taking in this new information. So as a mom, me and you, as a mom of a child with dysgraphia, what do you want to say to parents when if they see this and they don't know what to do when it comes to OT? What encouragement can you give to parents, and what pathway can you give to them to help them find solutions?
I would first say that there is hope, and I'll give you just a short story. Even last night, my daughter, she had a written assignment that was due today, and she had to incorporate basically 6 vocabulary words from this book that they've been reading in class. And I could not tell you, if you would have asked me 2, 3, 4 years ago if she could have done that independently, I would have said, there's no way. There's no way. Like, she can barely form a letter. How are we going to get there? And she independently wrote a full page essay. And yeah, did we have to go back and revise and self-check? Sure, but doesn't everybody, right? And so, and we've learned and built those skills and those editing skills and all of that. So what I will say is have hope. You will get there, and you will get there by what I like to think about with dysgraphia is that that messy handwriting that we see as the output, that's at the top of the iceberg. And we have to dig down underneath that piece and figure out what foundational elements and skills and approaches are lagging. So that way we can, once we build up that foundation, then we get that written output at the top. But we have to work on those foundational skills first, as well as providing those accommodations so that they can increase their confidence and their self-efficacy as well.
Wow. Well, I know that a lot of us need that hope. And so I really appreciate you starting with that. It can feel like you're alone and your child is the only one that is struggling with this and everyone else is doing okay. And like you said, the reality is the numbers are so high now that we're not alone. We just need to reach out a hand to one another and help. And that's what I appreciate so much about you. With handwriting solutions, I watch you speak on handwriting and dysgraphia many places now. And I think you're just a wonderful expert. And to hear that we have hope from you, especially with everything that you have seen, that's very encouraging. So if parents are in a place and maybe they're at a private school or a charter school, or they're in a location that doesn't have OT, occupational therapy, for their writing available to their child through their school system, or something's just not working out there. I try not to, on Dysgraphia Awareness Day, like push businesses, but I do think it's worth you just explaining very quickly like what you do and how that works, so that people know that there are options out there that can help them. They don't have to suffer alone.
Right. So what I'll say is that I was a pediatric OT before this, and dysgraphia is not basic knowledge that you get out of college. So number one, if you can't find a local OT, great. Make sure that they understand learning disabilities, because that's so vital. I see so many people get really discouraged when they start with an OT and they just don't get it. And again, it's like teachers. It's not, it's just a lack of knowing. And so I think that is kind of a first step. But then, yes, so what we've done is we've kind of taken all of our knowledge and skills and become handwriting specialists so that we can really address that bottom up approach and those foundational skills, as well as that top down approach of explicit handwriting instruction too. So we, I first just recommend parents just reach out for a free 15-minute phone call with me. Just talk through some of your concerns, because sometimes it's just as simple as, oh my goodness, where do I even start? Or is this even a concern? I think so many parents are like, is this normal or is this not normal? Or they're struggling, and we peel back the layers and see where you do need to start. Oftentimes, if there are concerns, we go ahead and do the handwriting assessment, and that will really dig deeper into the why of their struggles. So that way we can come up with a plan to remediate and accommodate and kind of facilitate that help for the child. So yeah, hopefully that is helpful and can at least give them just a friendly person who's been there to be able to relate and reach out to.
Sometimes that is what you need. That's it. And Kelli, I mean, you offered to give you a call. You might regret that. But what I love about Kelli, for everyone who's watching, I'll put her information below in the comments, but she has such a heart for this. And I really believe she's like, you call me and we'll talk through it and we'll find out what you need to do. But I'm just so grateful for you, Kelli, and for your work that you're doing, for your commitment, your full commitment to helping kids with handwriting, and especially helping students and children with dysgraphia to navigate those rough waters. And sometimes it just needs to have someone who believes you and understands what dysgraphia is and knows a pathway to bring that hope. So thank you so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Listen, I know we can get there. I have seen it. There is not a client that has not come through my doors that leaves without some substantial progress. So yep, we're there for you.
Thank you, Kelli.
Yeah, thank you, Deidre.
I'm looking forward to another great year of watching you just explode all over, bringing understanding, encouragement, support, and education in the world of dysgraphia. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Happy Dysgraphia Awareness Day.
Thank you. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Kelli. And I'm so thankful for you, your heart, and all that you do in the world of dysgraphia. All right. I'm excited to present to you our next Graphy Awards, honoring those people who are showing encouragement and support in the world of dysgraphia. A student wrote in about Dr. Peter Moshia, a teacher at Mendham High School in New Jersey, and said that Dr. Moshia supported him and believed in him and learned about dysgraphia. Didn't know about it, but learned about it and was able to support a student. We need more teachers like you, Dr. Peter. Well done. We had a nomination and would like to give an award to Maines and Weinberg LLC, educational attorneys on the East Coast that helped file Office of Civil Rights violations against a district for discrimination of not having working tech in the classrooms for the kids. We don't like lawsuits and we like to avoid them, but we are grateful for those who will stand up for our kids when the going gets tough. Well done. Don't forget that we will be giving away Graphy Awards all month, so you haven't missed your opportunity to recognize people who have been helpful in your life, because we want to bring some honor to those people who have been supportive or encouraging or have promoted dysgraphia awareness. We want to recognize them all month. So you can find information again there at turnrightaround.com. That's right with a W-R-I-T-E. And get those nominations in. We sure want to spread the word about people who are spreading the word. All right. That's it for this segment. I hope you have been encouraged, have found hope, and that you have more to work on and think about and help you in your journey. We will have another segment coming at the top of the hour, and we look forward to seeing you there. Don't forget, like, share, tag, and become a member.